Everybody, how are you? Yes, get ready with me. Well, I don't do concealers, I don't do primers, I don't do foundation, I do bronzer, that's about it. I do an eyeshadow just to get rid of the dark eyelids, which I seem to have a lot more of these days, and my mascara and some lipstick. But you know, it's all I've done all these years. So 75, I'm not going to change now. We were outdoors a lot, so that's one of the other reasons I spent more time laying by the pool and in the pool. So anyway, one thing I have to say that I have never, this is the first time in my life where I can actually say that I am totally wearing everything that's happened to me in the last, I'm going to take it back 2 years, but especially the last 10 months with losing Bill, that I've aged. I've really aged, and it's really showing on my face, on my body actually. So this is going to be really good for me, just to get back and do the things that actually Bill used to love that about me, that I looked after myself. And so I thought, well, let's just do a get ready. Okay, and I'll give you an update a little bit more at the end of the video. Okay, all right, well, here we go. I hope you can see this. I've got this little mirror here. Now, if you've been around for a while, you know that the bronzer that I absolutely love is this Revolution. I hadn't been able to get it, and I thank goodness I got it, because oh, this is my other one. And so, oops, I'm so glad I got a new one. So this one really works for me, and I really like it. And so now I can toss the old one out. I did put my lotion on my face and so forth. I've got that all tucked away. And yeah, I do bronzers. I have super hyperpigmentation. It is definitely skin damage. It's definitely from all the wonderful memories I have of being in the beach, being on the pool, being outside, and I'm not, as you know, losing Bill now, that I've often said to you that our memories are our treasures. So I'm okay. I'm just going to connect these dots like I have in the past. The only thing is, in the past, my skin was more taut. I didn't have quite as many of these hyperpigmentation, I prefer to call them, on a more positive note. Although my dad had his skin was very olivey, and he also had quite a bit of hyperpigmentation, and myself, like him, all over our bodies. So a little bit, they say a little bit can be genetics. That even sounds better. So anyway, so get ready with me. I'm so glad that this bronzer is back. So I'm going to use my mirror here. I hope that works for you as well. So yeah, I don't, you know, and sometimes depending on how my skin's looking, I might layer this. That's a term I've just learned in the last few years. I may layer it a bit. Now I've used drugstore. This is a drugstore bronzer. I love it. Like I said, I was pretty upset when I couldn't get it. I couldn't get it for a couple of months. And I finally found it, and I was so excited. Actually, you can get it on Amazon. It's personal. I'm sure a lot of the drugstores have it as well. Okay. So, as I said, my dots, my polka dots are getting more and darker. So I'll do a little bit in my neck. I need to get back to doing my face exercises, because they've just not, I'm just, like I said, I put everything aside, but for a very good reason. I'm totally fine with it. I know. And then I give it a little, now you know why I wouldn't be very good at any makeup. I have this thing, it's totally personal, and I'm sure a lot of the gals that do concealers and foundations, they're very good at it, and they might, you know, some of them really know which foundation to buy as light as possible so it doesn't gather into the wrinkles. But what I love with this, it gives me some color. It just gives me a sun-kissed look, and it's not in my wrinkles. It's not laying there. It just sort of just adds some color. Okay, so I learned this a few weeks ago. I wish I could remember her name. So as I'm aging, I'm getting, you know, my skin's getting, on my eyelids, it's getting a lot darker, but I think that will lighten up again once I start doing my red light therapy, which I have been doing. So I can already see it getting lighter. But what I've been doing for a long, long time is I was putting sort of a neutral eyeshadow, and this one's by Annabelle, and I will link all these things down below. But what I'm just finding is that in the evening, early evenings, or even during the day, I was getting the, and I did not like the look. And then I saw this gal, and she'd be our age, in her 70s, and she said this little trick. She said, so instead of putting the white or a neutral color on here to try to hide the darkening of our eyelids, because I don't want to do the concealers and all of that stuff. She said, this is what she did. She bought a matte taupe. So you put it on, so you get the advantage of covering this dark area in your eyes, but it also looks like you've just taken the time to put on a pretty eyeshadow. So I bought it. Now I tried it briefly, so let's see what your thoughts are. Now, I've never really done, probably in my younger years, you know, when Bill and I used to go to big parties, I'd put on a little bit of eye makeup, but I was never into a lot of it. What do you think? In opposed to making it white. So now, mind you, this one still looks a little bit dark. I'm almost wondering if I'm getting like a super hyper pigmentation polka dot there as well. But I must admit, I do like this better than putting on the really light color. Now, what I will do with this, I've learned a little bit. I've learned a little bit. Oh my gosh. You know what? Bill always would say, are you putting on eyeshadows today, honey? He loved, actually, Bill really quite enjoyed if I put on some makeup, like not makeup, but I did my eyes and I had some eyeshadow on. Okay, that's not working very good for me. I'll have to use. I'm no pro. Anyway, okay, so that's what I do for my eyes. Then I have my eyebrows to do. Okay, so my eyebrows, I'm very lucky to still have fairly thick eyebrows at my age, 75. I've never had to pencil them in. But I've also, once I never did like the really skinny eyebrows. So when I used to go and get them done, which I still do, but I get threading done now. But when I used to, I'd say, no, not too thin. I want to keep them thick. I'm so glad I did, because I really have kept them. And so I have bought a pencil because I think I could use a little bit more of a little bit filling in here, but I haven't played with it enough yet. So I can't share that with you. So what I do is, this is my old one, is I use a toothbrush to, I buy one of these travel toothbrushes. Oh, and so I just throw it in my little bag, and that's what I use. So I brush my eyebrows, and sometimes I've got my castor oil sitting right here. I'll put a little bit of castor oil on the brush, just like that, and then I brush my eyebrows up. And like I say, I feel like I could use a little bit a little bit thicker in there, but I'm so lucky to have them still. Okay, I do get gray ones though. How many of you are seeing gray hairs in your eyebrows? Okay, so that just gives them a little bit, good morning, wake up. All right. This is so handy, and it gives it a really good brush. I do like that. Castor oil, you know I love my castor oil. I use it everywhere. I don't think it really makes my hair grow. And don't worry about it being on your face. It's a whole different, you have follicles on your hair, on your scalp. It's a whole different system on your face. So I've not found any. I have facial hair, but that's from going through menopause and never taking any kind of hormone replacement. So anyway, eyelashes, my very favorite. Oh my gosh, I love my eyelashes. And I always think if I have my eyelashes just pop, then all the rest just kind of disappears and everybody can focus on my eyelashes. Okay, if you've been here for a while, you know I absolutely love L'Oreal, the tube mascara. One of the reasons I really love it, I've never been very keen on the, they used to have the eye makeup remover for mascara. And I used to wear regular mascara and I never liked it. It was yucky. You're always pulling and tugging around your eyes. And so when I found out or learned about tube mascara, I've never stopped using it. And I've tried other ones, but so far, nothing's replaced this. Now, the only thing when you start using when you start using a tube mascara is mine usually comes off in the shower. You can just go like that. And a little bit of warm water and even just some soap, it just comes off. The very first time I thought my eyelashes were coming off because it literally does come off as a little tube. So beware. It's the mascara, not your eyelashes. Okay, so this is my old one. That's why it's got nail polish on it. I did actually just buy a new one. And so this way I'll know when the time comes. I mean, I can usually tell anyway because they do get a bit clumpy, and that's why I use these little tiny brushes just to clean it up. And but I love the mascara so much that I'm prepared to put up with that inconvenience about it. All right, so if you've never used a tube mascara, it's got a white, so this really lengthens my lashes. And then I put the mascara over top. I'm going to use my little mirror for this, so I hope I don't get in the way. I love this stuff. I love this stuff. I'll get real close so you can see it. See, it's white. And I will put a little bit, I do put a little bit on my bottom lashes. Okay, I'm still using my old one, but I can never, gotta have my new one as a backup. Okay. Look at that. Can you see that? Oh, this stuff is awesome. I'll make sure to link it down below. I love this stuff. And I love having a... Hi, can you see my eyelashes? See the difference? Now, if I take it right down, then I can get even a little bit of an eyeliner look with it. What do you think? Nice? All right. I guess I should back up a bit, right? With my mirror. And I don't have my glasses on, so, but I do have the 10 times magnifying mirror here in my hand. Not what I have here, but this one in my hand. It's scary. See everything. So yeah, as soon as my eyes, I think, just pop, it makes such a difference. Okay, I'll do my other eye. Get the white. This stuff really lengthens. I think I got some castor oil on my mirror. That's a no-no. Oh, well, I'm just seeing more and more gray in my eyebrows. That is not good. I have had mine colored. My girl does quite a good job. Although I thought the last time they were a little bit dark, because even on my eyebrows, even though they were almost jet black at one point in my younger days, I prefer them more taupey now. I find that softer on my face. I know a lot of gals like them dark, but you know, they're all about their eyebrows, and I don't know. It's just not for me personally. I like them to just be there and be pretty. Okay. Here we go. If I had to leave, somebody said, okay, you can only use one thing. You can only have one thing to leave the house. And I've said this before, hands down, mascara. I will not leave home without it. Although I must admit, I'm getting a little bit braver. Like the last 6 months, I've actually done it. And you know what? It's okay. It's okay, because you know what? At the end of the day, from everything that's happened now and losing Bill, all of this, these are just little bells and whistles that we can play with. This is just sort of a fun part to make ourselves feel somewhat better, to make ourselves look more than we are. You know, I think I look at myself, sometimes I go, I'm just fine. I'm just fine. You know, this is the icing on the cake. But, you know, to really, truly be happy, keep moving forward, believe me, it's all about having your partner, not losing your partner. It's, yeah, you know, it's, everything falls into perspective, doesn't it, when we go through something, like losing the person that you love, your person, your soulmate. Yeah. So it's, even this little bit makes me feel better. Also, like I said, makes me feel good, because Bill always loved it. He loved it when you know, he said, honey, you look good. He says, you're beautiful. No, but now he said, wow, now you're wow. Because he actually loved it when I did my eyes. Okay, so there are my eyes. It's not a whole lot of stuff. And I have you know, I love my lip gloss. I've been really bad. I normally use from Essence, the chili pepper one, which really helps plump the lips. And I haven't been wearing as much of just I haven't been wearing as much of the lip glosses as I normally do, and they really do plump my lips, so I'm really noticing difference, but I'm putting it back on now, so I think you'll be seeing a change in my lips. I love gloss. Love gloss. I'll put all of these things down below. Okay, 1, 2, 3, back in a sec. Okay, I pulled myself together. It's been a rough week. Saturday today, you're seeing this on Thursday, was 4 months since Bill passed. And so, yeah, that was a tough day for me. You know, it's, I don't know, it was just a really weird week this week. I kept moving forward. I'm doing okay. I'm doing better all the time. But, you know, it really is true when, you know how we, you know, scroll through Instagram or Facebook or whatever, and we'll see poems and songs about, losing somebody. But, probably out of all the things that I've watched and seen, probably what I can relate to the most is when you hear that, grief is like the ocean. It's like you're standing just with your toes in the soft waves coming in. They're just kind of tickling your feet. And then all of a sudden, a 10-footer comes in, knocks you down, and it takes you a while to get up sometimes and catch your breath. And that is really what it's like. But the one thing, don't cry, lady, the one thing if anything that does give me some peace of mind is that big grief is big love. So, when I have these moments and I did it today, I went, honey, I loved you so much, and you love me so much, and I'll get through this, because if I didn't have this, then what did we have? So yeah, it's a process for sure. That's no doubt about that. But anyway, I'm very grateful for everything that I had with my person, my soulmate, and it's going to take time. And, like I said, I'm always going to grieve, because grief is about that big love, and it's just going to feel differently. So I'm grateful. I am very grateful. Those of you who are going through what I'm going through, I hope that every day gets a little bit better, and don't be afraid to cry. And that's what I've learned through all of this too, is to cry. It's important. Don't hold it in. Oh my gosh, it's just so much, so heavy in the chest. So cry, and we're here for each other. So don't be afraid of the incredible women that make comments down below who have either experienced it or have a question about, the day that they may have to experience it. So you're in a safe place, and I want to thank you for being here. And remember, she's going to say it, there is no future in our past. Bring all the wonderful memories. Oh my gosh. Hey, the lessons I can still learn from now. I'm learning that myself. The treasures, all the treasures. The lessons that we've learned, bring them with you, and live in the moment. Most important, live in the moment. That's all we have. And in the meantime, don't forget to dream and imagine, because there is more. If we're here, there is more. We have a life to live. So having said that, have a great weekend. Bye.